Hello everyone. Wow. Today's the 29th of December 2020 and I am your psychotherapist Maria Abanga, chiming in from Douala, Cameroon in Africa. Last week Tuesday, I thought that was the last Tuesday of the month and I was sheepishly excited in saying that it was the last Tuesday, but no, this is the last Tuesday and yeah, I am here for a keeping it real segment. As the year comes to an end, we want to, hopefully many of us want to keep it real, want to close it on a good note, on a positive note, want to kind of have great projections for the new year, want to be able to communicate all of that to our loved ones, be it in a romantic relationship, be it with our children, of course with ourselves and all of that. So I listening a lot to other inspirational motivational speakers and coaches, life coaches on YouTube and all over the place, and when I pick up things from everywhere, including from my own brain, I put that together and I come and share it with you. All right, the intention is to inspire, motivate and encourage people from all walks of life, and I use my personal experiences because that is how my purpose was revealed to me. So without saying much more, let's get into the topic for today. How do you communicate in your relationships? Yes, I am saying how. I'm not saying why, because I think that communication is the key. Many people say that, and for me, it's really very important. I mean, I can't be in a relationship where I cannot communicate. Even with my children, any relationship at all, even with myself, I talk to myself. I just love to communicate. Well, I'm an author, I'm a lawyer, I'm a psychotherapist. I use words and images and body language, everything I can to communicate. So that is it. Why? Because, well, it takes the relationship from one stage to the other. It keeps things going. It's just so good. So how do you do that? Sometimes somebody will say it's not about what you said, but it's about how you said it. So it is not about you saying, oh, somebody is poorly dressed. It's about how you say it in the public, in the midst of people. What kind of dress is that? Look at how it just makes you look so fat. That's awful. But I mean, if you reach out to somebody, if you call somebody quietly, or if you send them a private message and stuff like that, they might receive what you are saying well, especially if you are in a close relationship, a romantic relationship, or a parent-child relationship. Those kind of relationships where people are more sensitive to the way we communicate, right? Okay, so I'm specialized in mental health and relational awareness, so everything I talk about, I want to just bring them around this. So I gathered 7 tips, on helping us have better communication or communicate better. And of course, I'm here, to walk it through with anyone who needs help. I also have people who walk it through with me, and I walk it through with myself, right? I write to myself, I look at myself in a mirror, I tell myself my own truth. And I tell people not to hesitate reaching out to me, privately, and give me my truth, or, encourage me somehow. Okay, so the first thing I got was that you should listen to understand and not to defend or criticize or justify. I remember sometimes I'll be talking to somebody, or somebody will be talking to me, and before they're halfway into whatever they're saying, I already have something I want to say. I even cut in, or they cut me in, and it's all mixed up, and then we are all arguing, and then we are like, who is listening to who, right? But in a romantic relationship, people are already at you. We want to be able to feel that the other person is listening to us, the other person hears us, the other person even feels us, the other person can hold space for us. So if we are talking and they are already making like whatever, it's like you might just shut down. There are a lot of people who have shut down. I've shut down sometimes in relationships too. Like, there's no point in talking. Okay, so you can disagree without dismissing. So you can communicate your disagreement in a way that doesn't make the other person feel dismissed. You can say, okay, I hear you say that, but I saw it like, or I feel that anyway, or on the other hand, What if you looked at it this way? You know, all of those languages, and to say, I know it's not about you, you are not a bad person, but the way I feel you looking at this situation right now is like, or the way you make me feel about this whole thing is okay. So of course you want to be open and honest. I not too long ago had an issue with somebody who wasn't honest with me, and frankly speaking, since 2013 I took a pledge to myself, I'm going to be honest all the time, especially in my romantic relationship. So they weren't honest, and then when I asked them, they came up with a little cock and bull story. And then when they realized that they were already like 2-3 cock and bull stories, then they came out clean later on. But you know, the thing is that there's already that damage, there's already that distance, and it's going to take you some time to walk yourself back up the honesty or the trust. Yes, the trust tank. So please, if you are in a relationship and you hold close to that relationship, with my parents, they all know me. I just say it as it is. I just keep it real. I keep it real, and I encourage my children to keep it real with me. And some people are like, oh, they just say anything. Yeah, because I told them, don't camouflage, don't babysit, don't. There's nothing to color shade in this whole thing. Just say it as it is, right? Well, just be respectful, but do say it as it is. Okay, so it's not only about you. You cannot want to have a communication. You don't want to converse with somebody and you're just talking, I think that blah, 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 me that day because blah, 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 blah. Oh, no. Well, then what is there to talk about? And yeah, it takes compromise too. There are times when you have to give in. You have to, you know, it's not, I mean, there's several times when I've had to compromise too. And there are times when I've also felt the other person compromising. And I mean, it's all about respect. If you respect yourself, you will realize that this world is not about you. It's not only about you. So you should be able to let go. You should be able to give in sometimes. It's not your way or the highway or the... No, it cannot be like that. Life is not about you only. It's not only about you. Well, I mean, if you live today, life goes on, right? So why should you make it about you? Why should you make that communication only about you? Why want to hijack the conversation and just talk? And you know, for example, the general notion is that women talk too much. So imagine if you are communicating with your partner, you're a woman like myself, and then you start talking. I, for one, my own friend has told me you talk too much. I mean, I really don't talk as I used to talk, but then he still finds me talking too much. You can imagine. So now what I do is I check myself out, and when we are talking, I listen. And then sometimes I just say, I hear you. You know, I just tell myself, no, you don't have to rebut. You're not in a court of law. You know, I'm a lawyer. So I remember my mom used to tell me, we are not in a court of law. This is not a case. So I really took that to heart. And today in my home and in my, you know, in my non-professional environment, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a psychotherapist. So I'm just there to listen and sometimes express myself too, but tell myself life goes on. Okay, so you pay close attention. There's also something when people are communicating. It's not only about what they say, it's about their body language, about the frown. Sometimes people wouldn't even say it with their mouth, or they might just say what it is. What is it? And then they say nothing. And then you just see them make that face, and you know there is something. And if you're a man and your woman says nothing, you already know that you are having some heat. It's coming. So you want to spend the rest of that day just tiptoeing and just hoping that either she forgets about it or she kind of calms down herself and stuff like that. So finally, communicate from a place of love. That's why they sometimes say when you're angry, count from 1 to 1,000, 100, 10. I don't know. So do it from a place of love. I do it from a place of love. I tell people I'm doing this from a place of love. I'm letting go. I'm not carrying any hurt in me. So if you're finding difficulty having a healthy communication or being able to listen to the other without wanting to jump in and interrupt them and, you know, make it all about you, all of those things, well, maybe you need professional help, you know, either for yourself or as a couple. I am here. I work with people online and in presence in my office. so you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, so you don't miss any upcoming videos. You can share, you can comment if you want me to look at something else next time. My Facebook page is called Therapist Mark, and the link is also there. And I'm also on Instagram, and if you go to my website www.mariabanga, I think you can get to me directly via WhatsApp, or you can send me an email, right? So please do not suffer in silence. Reach out and get the help you need. This is the year 2020 has been a spectacular one. That's how I call it. I don't even want to say difficult one, but a spectacular one. So I think that we all deserve to end the year on a positive note, and knowing that help is available, and that 2021 will be better than 2020. We will communicate better, and we will hold space better for people, and we would listen to people better, and we will do what? Even to our children, right? We will invite them to trust us, to communicate with us, with our friends, our family. God bless us all.